Okay, it's yesterday. I was saying I wasn't sure what the date was, and I kept saying it was. Sometimes I was saying June 16th, and then obviously it's September, and then I was saying September 16th. Yesterday was September 17th, and I did not realize it until I saw somebody say happy birthday to Ricky Bell, from for the people that don't know me for real, or people that's slow and don't know that September 18th is Ricky Bell, the Ricky Bell, no addition, Bell Biv DeVoe birthday. I saw somebody wish Ricky a happy birthday, and I was like, wait, today the 18th of September? That means yesterday I was on a completely different date all day. So my videos are gonna have the wrong date, but whatever, because some of them don't have a date at all. But I'm recording this video because it's my next to last day in the city of Jerusalem. And I made a reservation earlier just to commit myself so I wouldn't stay in the bed all day. Because yesterday, or really this morning, was really the final day of the world tour, and most everybody's gone home. But I had myself staying an extra day and a half so that I could just do me. And if he'll take me, okay, well, a taxi's picking me up. He dropping them off? Okay. Well, hopefully he know when I say Zedekiah's Cave. Do he know where that is?
Let me see who is he first.
Okay, find out who it is. Don't put me with no strangers.
Yeah, let me find out if he's willing to do that.
Yeah, find out. So, I was gonna goof off, just chill around at the hotel. And then I wasn't tired. I was like, girl, you was in Israel. Get up and get it together. And I said, okay, I want to go to Zedekiah's Cave. I thought I could go tomorrow. I'll be forgetting how they do in Israel on Friday, Sabbath, Shabbat. Oh, he's not available. Okay. That's part of today's story. He ain't available. And in a minute, I ain't going to be available because I know how to read the room. um, so I am, I guess, doing a video diary, huh? And so I was gonna go. So Zedekiah's, they close tomorrow. They close Friday and Saturday. I don't know why they're not open on the morning of Shabbat like a lot of places are, but they're closed. They don't care about tourists. So I said, okay, dang, if I'm going, I have to go today. My glasses are filthy and I can barely see this. I said, okay, buy the ticket, because if you don't buy the ticket, you ain't gonna go. You just gonna lay around and just chill, possibly pack your clothes, possibly not. And so I bought the ticket. I thought. But when the receipt came, it said Ramparts Walk. I don't know what Ramparts Walk is. So I was like, did I buy the wrong thing? I go back to the website and I see that they did have one of their things that they do is something called Ramparts Walk. I don't know what that is. That ain't what I want to see. So I'm like, dang, I done bought the wrong ticket. So I re-buy the ticket for Zedekiah's Cave. And the receipt comes again and it says Ramparts Walk again. I said, okay, this just must be how they do the receipts. And they'll know when I get there. No problem. It's all good. So I get the last tour of the day. The place closes at 5. I get the 4 to 5 tour. I click the one for a personal tour, not just walk through on my own. Because I like for people to tell me about the history and all of that. Cool, right? So then I get up on time. I do all the things that I needed to do. And unusually for me, I was not just on time. I was early. A few minutes early. I had 5 minutes to spare. I'm thinking I'm making really good time. What I had learned yesterday is that these taxis and stuff, they don't like to take credit cards. In fact, they don't take credit cards. In Jerusalem, a major city, they don't take credit cards. they want cash. They'll take US dollars if you got them. They prefer shekels. I love it, shekels. And I got my shekels. And I basically done used all my US dollars buying little nicky nacky things, right? So I had even no cash come yesterday, US dollars or nothing. And the guy on the tour, he rode with me a couple of times, and so he paid the cash, so that was cool. Like, he was like, I ain't tripping, I got it. Okay, cool. Thanks. Because I don't own me. And, okay. Somebody hipped me to an app. She was like, they don't have Uber here. I'm like, what? They used to have Uber. She was like, apparently they got rid of it. They got their own thing. Okay, cool. I'm downloading the app. And she was like, and they take credit cards. We'll do it. Cool. Gonna do the app. Got the app. We're good. I'm gonna come downstairs to the lobby. Gonna call me a car on the app. You know, you use Uber or Lyft. You call the cars. You know, within 30 seconds or something, somebody has picked up and you got your ride. This thing just going and going and going and going and going. Now I have an appointment. Like, I'm scheduled a tour at a specific time, and I thought I was down here this time enough because if a car had came in the time that I'm used to, I could then be over there. It would all been perfect. Spinning. So, okay, bam. Well, there's the ATM machine back there. Let me go on and get some shekels. The ATM machine does not accept my PIN because their ATM machines only, I guess here it's a 4-digit PIN for everything. I said, well, my PIN ain't 4 digits. Okay. It's more, and so I'm doing it over and over and over, and of course, you know, that looks like, you know, you being declined. So, you know, the bank is emailing me like, wait a minute, your car, you know, they thinking it's fraud, but it's me trying to get money. So then I'm like, bet, can't use this ATM machine. So then I come out here, you know, it be people outside, the guy that be outside the hotels helping with the cars and taxis and whoop-de-whoop. I told him it was that I needed a taxi. I said, can you help me get a taxi that takes credit cards? And he said, a taxi that takes credit cards? Like, it was like unheard of. He said, well, we don't really have any taxis really that take credit cards. They don't really like to do that, so they don't do it. Can't you go get cash from the ATM? I tried to do that, but it won't accept my PIN because they only accept 4 and mine's more. He's like, what are you doing with more than 4? All PINs are 4 digits. Where, sir? Where? Not in the United States of America. It's not. So couldn't do it. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, I don't know then. I don't know if I can help you because we don't really have none that take credit cards. I mean, I'll see if the hotel taxi driver take you wherever you need to go and just keep track, and then with the final analysis, he just take you somewhere to a bank ATM and get the money. Bad. That's something I like. I'm with that. Let's go. Tries to find the hotel taxi driver. He's not available. Hotel taxi driver was gonna call somebody he know. It was like, yeah, he'll come. Can't reach him. Okay. I'm starting to read the room a little bit, but okay, I still got some time. I'm like, okay. And so then the guy was like, well, why don't you go to the front desk and see if, you know, let them charge your card for a certain amount and then give you the cash back. They're gonna upcharge it 5-10%, whatever, just give it to them. Cool. I mean, we could have been did that. That's a good option. I mean, back in the States, back in the day, you might still do it now. You could have wrote a check to the front desk and they'd cash that for you. I don't even have a checkbook with me. I'm somebody that still writes checks, but I ran out and haven't reordered. But they probably wouldn't have took no international check anyways. So I go to them. They're like, nah, we don't do that, but it's a bank around the way, around the block, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not about to walk over there. And the guy was like, outside guy. He was like, it's not that far. It's really like 5 minutes. It looked far, but da da da. He was like, go down here and do this, da 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 da. Okay, cool. Shit. I didn't get no steps in a day anyway. I've been walking, maybe 20,000 steps a day. Okay, let me get a little couple 500 steps here. I walk over there. It's a bank, and it's two people at the ATM. One of the machines don't work. So it's not two people. It's when I say it's two people, it was like one at one and one at the other one, but the other one wasn't working. So it's a line of people now at the ATM machine. So I'm just standing in line. I like to affirm that I am patient in the face of delays and obstacles. I don't know what the Lord is saving me from. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on because I'm just seeing at my level. He up there. He sit high and he can see low and just see the end from the beginning and even before the beginning and all of that. So I'm like, okay. I'm reading the room more. Delayed here. All of these hiccups prior to here. And there's no grand finale to this. I'm not getting nowhere. I'm just telling y'all where we going. I'm just telling y'all this is today's diary. And I'm like, okay, cool. My turn came, and I tried to get a little money based on the amount that I thought I would need, based on how much the rides costed yesterday when somebody else was paying for them. And the machine says, it is not possible to give you this amount. Choose a different amount. Okay. I chose a different amount. Round trip. I don't think that it would be enough round trip, but I'm like, well, I got extra 20 US dollars. They take the US dollars. So I was like, maybe add it on, it'll work. But then I have an agenda for tomorrow. And so that means I would have to go to the ATM again and all of the things. But still would not be able to get more than the maximum amount. So cool, I'll get whatever this amount is they give me. I come back over here. And then I was like, can you get me a cab now? I have cash. I don't know how far it's going to get me, but at least, get me over there and I'll figure my way back. I mean, if I would have had to walk back or something, I could walk back. But I was trying to get over there by a certain time because I had a scheduled tour. And he was like, cool, I'm having them call you a cab. I'm waiting. He was like, 70, it's so much traffic. Nobody's coming here. No taxis are coming to the hotel. I ain't never even heard of that. Taxis is usually posted up in front of hotels. Posted. Trying to take people where they gotta go, whatever. That's okay. I'm not tripping. I'm just sitting here. And only thing I'm thinking about is I'm like, well, dang, I wore one of my little cute skirt outfits. Now it's wasted. Honestly, this is what I'm thinking about. I'm like, did I wear my cute outfit for nothing? This could have still been clean in the suitcase. This could have still been cute in the suitcase. Now it gotta be washed again because I'm selling all these stones and all this stuff. So waiting, ain't no taxi came, and he like, dang, ain't no one is coming over here. He was like, you still gonna go over to that place? And at first I was like, yeah, I'm still gonna go. I mean, it don't close to 5, and I can do the individual walkthrough. Like, I can just walk through on my own. I had a scheduled tour, but I can just walk through on my own. And I'm paid for 2 tickets, so I can just go on and walk through it. It's just, since it don't close to 5. No taxis. So a taxi pulled up, y'all was watching, and dropping somebody off. And then y'all heard the guy here say, let me see who it is. Let me talk to him first. Let me, one of the things I've learned that the people around here that's in the hospitality industry, everybody, they know everybody. Because I had a situation yesterday, and since y'all older, I might tell y'all about it. Excuse me. So anyway, that's where we at. And so my appointment was at 4, and it's 4:39. So now it's no way to get over there. So it's all a wrap now. I'm gonna just have somebody take my picture, so it's not a total waste. and just go back inside and wait a couple more hours until dinner time. Don't eat dinner. And it's a gift shop over there. I might walk down there. Me and Tiffany. Hi, Tiffany. In case you see this video, I'm at the Grand Court Hotel, which is next door to Olive Tree Hotel, which is where we stayed when we came here for my 50th celebration, and we celebrated and went through the Jesus important areas. It was a condensed trip to Israel, but that hotel is very next door, and a gift shop that Tiffany and I were in together is connected to the other hotel. And it's ain't nothing but a lot of traffic out here, and these people. Somebody saying, I guess, you know, the horn is supposed to say move, get out the way, when it's nothing but just clusters of everything. Some of these cars is parked. A lot of them is parked, but then these buses is trying to come in, drop their people off and all of that. We got a lot of Israeli police and some of the Israeli Defense Forces. This is the military right here. These are not the police. I think these are military folks, I believe. But I saw one of them earlier in her civvies, one of the young ladies, no more than maybe 19, 20. We could not wear our weapons in civvies. I don't remember ever doing that, wearing a weapon in civvies. And anyway, she had her weapon on with her little jeans and her tank and had a magazine in her pocket. I said, you better do it. You better do it. Then I started talking to her about the weapon because I'm looking at it and I'm like, dang, is that an M16 or is that an M4? And then so I was like, what kind of weapon is that? And so I could see she was trying to process it to give it to me in English. And so she said, I was like, oh, yeah. I was wondering if it was an M16 or if it was an M4. And she was like, M14? I said, no, M4. And so I said, you know, I'm a retired U.S. soldier. And, you know, that was our primary weapon, too. We had the M16 for a while, then we moved into the M4, blah, blah, blah. And so she wasn't familiar with the M4. And I'm like, yeah, U.S. Army been using the M4 for a long time. But M16 was standard for a long time, and you know, so we had that little chit chat. She was kind of like, cool. We were like, wait a minute, like what? This lady? I was like, yeah, don't let the smooth taste fool you, man. But anyway, where was I? So yeah, it's a wrap now because it's like it's like 4:45 now. So it's over with. So. Next time. I've never heard of Zedekiah's Cave. I saw it the other day and I was like, wait, I have never heard of that or been there. That's on my list now. And so, yeah, I know I'll be back. I'll just add it next time. Thanks for listening to me. And this video, so did y'all see that video that went around? It was a little short clip, and it was saying that we should start sending Wednesday waffles to our friends because we're not talking to everybody all the time no more. And y'all remember we used to talk on the phone 3, 4, 10 hours a day, like we had nothing better to do at work, talking on the phone, and we don't really do all that no more. So somebody suggested the Wednesday waffle. Just send your friends like a 2-minute video clip or the latest and blah, blah, blah. And I did it for a minute and, you know, it don't last. You fall off. And mine was never 2 minutes. You tell me 2, that's gonna be 37. So take this also as a Wednesday waffle. It's given on a Thursday. What can we call it? Thursday Thunder. Thursday Thunder, live from Jerusalem, Israel, the land of the Bible. You get around military people and they always smoking cigarettes. And I'm outside in God's clean air. And somebody done stood over here and lit up a cigarette. Oh, they all out here now. I think it's the idea of the Israeli Defense Forces. I'm gonna ask one of them what they are. Oh, she wearing the flag of David, so I think they is. So, excuse me, do y'all speak English? No, no English. Does anybody speak English? Uh, FA, FJ, FJ. She got her hair braided. Where they about to go? No, I just wanted to know: are our friends police or IDF?
There are part of them are IDF, others are border police, which do exactly the work of the police.
Okay.
So two different sections here.
So it's
Those
to get
are people here with this color. That's a police army, which they have the right to do exactly like what the police can do. The others are the IDF. So
okay.
Different, separate groups.
Okay.
Right.
So anyway, it's the military police and the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces. We have a mixture of both going on. Nobody spoke English, so I had to get the guy. But yeah, they all out. And they can be around here too. They be around here. Be right on around. Anyway, Thursday Thunder. I'm stepping anyway, so it's probably not hardly nobody gonna finish all of this video. I'm just let you just like to hear somebody talk. But yesterday, what had happened was, so the whole trip, you know, I've been the person that's been here 4 times, and somebody else had maybe been once. Everybody else has never been. So, you know, I was believed to be like an Israel expert. And our guide was like, you could give this to her. And I'm like, hell no, this is for you to do. I'm learning from all the different guides I've had here. So we go to a Caiaphas house first thing in the morning yesterday. Our guide didn't come in with us. She wasn't really specific about what we would see there. I knew what was there, but she didn't like give it as like a general intro or whatever. And she didn't tell us an amount of time to spend in there. But it's an archaeology site, obviously, and I'll have a video on it that'll be up. But Caiaphas is the guy, was one of the top people when Jesus was going through the Passion. And he was taken there. And he, you know, it was around there where Peter did the denial and the rooster crew and all of that. So the church is built to commemorate the crowing of the rooster. But there's a pit in there. And it is believed that that is where Jesus spent that last night, like down there in that dungeon. And so you want to see that dungeon. I saw it before. I saw it one other time on my last time here. I've been to that church before that. I had come one other time, but again, wasn't really given the information, wasn't told to go to the pit. So I knew the pit was there. So I wanted to go down into it. When I got down there, another group was down there. And they was just doing the whole thing. They done did their devotion, because they got Psalm 88 down there. It's down there, you can read it. And it talks about, you know, being in the pit, being separated from God and all that. And they were just having a time. I couldn't get in because they were covering the whole stairway and all of that. So I just waited. I waited. They finished reading and they decided they're gonna start worshiping and singing. If my God had come in, she could have said, you know, their God would have seen, okay, we have another group behind us. We gotta speed it up a little bit. They sing a song, then they sing another song, and then they were like, in one more verse. And I'm like, I'm just standing. Then they were done. They start coming out, and they were like, thank you so much for your patience and all that. And I'm like, I mean, what I'm going to do? I'm like, no problem. I mean, you should have your experience there, you know. So then I was by myself and I just went on down and I read Psalm 98 too. And I tried to take some pictures, but they don't look like nothing. But I do have video, so I'm sure the video looks better. So then I'm coming out and I suspected that I probably had gotten left. And I was disoriented when I came out. I didn't really know how to get back to where the buses were. And as I'm walking, I'm still seeing other areas, other excavated areas I hadn't seen, And I'm like pausing, snapping, taking video, whatever, as I try to find my way out. Finally, something looks familiar. I'm like, oh, wow, that's the door that we came in. So this is the area, way to the buses. I didn't expect to see no bus because I didn't see none of our people. Sure enough, bus gone. They done left me. I had to leave somebody one time when I was in Jerusalem. You can't leave them these other places, but this backpack going in the trash when I get home. But it done did its duty, and it came with me to Jerusalem a few years back. So it done did its duty. It's going to go in the trash. But only because these is messed up. The backpack intact. And it's carrying well, and it's all good. But it's looking raggedy, and it's falling apart, and it's not. It's just a cheap backpack from like TJ Maxx. So I'm going to throw it away. So, okay, so I've been left. So now I guess I gotta figure my life out. I'm like, I'm thinking they still got Uber and I can sit down and call Uber. Or get a taxi. Now, I don't know yet that they don't take credit cards and all this stuff. But there was a guy up there, I thought he worked there, but I think he just is a hustler selling jewelry and all of that. So he sees me, he was like, they left you. I was like, yeah, they did. So I gotta get from up here. I need a taxi or Uber or something. He's like pointed to his car. He was like, here you go, right here. I said, oh, you're a taxi driver? He was like, no, but you've been left, so where you going? I said, well, since I've been left, I might as well be going someplace that I want to go, my own self. I don't need to go where the group going. Take me where I want to go. I said, I want to go to the city of David or to the steps that led to the temple, steps that my Lord and everybody else went up. He said, well, those is right across the street from each other. That's the Dung Gate. So, the old city of Jerusalem got the Dung Gate, the Lions Gate. Dung Gate is what you're thinking. Dung, Lions, Jaffa, and Damascus. So he's like, yeah, that's over there at the Dung Gate. They right across the street from each other. And I had never peeped that. I was like, cool. And so he was like, who's your God? I was like, E-Reed. He was like, I know E-Reed. I've been knowing her for years. He was like, and your driver is Nazri. And I was like, Nazri, because I got an uncle named Nazri. And he was like, it's not Nazri, it's Nazri. It's not with a Z. I said, well, my uncle's is with a Z. And I've been saying Naz. I said, I know what his is, but he's been allowing me. Okay. It's the same name. It's just spelled it's spelled different, but it's the same name. It's the same biblical name. Okay, don't be getting down on me. Okay. Shoot. And so anyway, he was like, I know your driver. I've been knowing these people for years. He was like, let me call them and let them know that I got you and all of this stuff. I said, okay. He was like, well, don't you want to go get linked back up with your group? And I'm like, well, I mean, I could, but I ain't got to. I mean, I don't really have to. If you're insisting, And so he calls them and all of this, and then I said, you know what, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm gonna connect back with him. I said, you know what, I need to get my things off of the bus because I knew that I was going to go to the city of David to Hezekiah's tunnel, and I needed my water shoes and stuff, and I had left that stuff on the bus. And I was like, you right, I need to talk to the driver because I need to get wherever he is. That's where I need to go and get my stuff off of that bus. He said, okay, well, let me find out where he at, and then we go get your stuff. And he was like, well, he at y'all hotel. Bet. Let's go on back to the hotel then and get my stuff off his bus. That's what we did. And so then the driver, he had dropped our people off already. They're walking through the whole old city of Jerusalem. And I was like, and so then the driver got in the car with us. And then eventually I saw a note from my guide, and she was like, where are you? Now, I don't know if you watched this video, Eri, but I'm like, where am I? Potentially, I'm where you left me. I mean, where am I? Where did you leave me? Okay. I was like, I am safe, and I'm with a driver, and I'm with Nazri. He's with us. So, but she already knew because by that time he had already contacted her. Cool. So then he took me where I wanted to go, and that was what was up. And I went into the archaeological park. She had pointed it out to our group, but see, I've been in there every time that I've come here, and I wanted to go all the way inside. So I paid and went inside, and it was phenomenal. So I got a video on it. There's a video for that. There's an app for it now. The video. So there's a video. So I'm all through there, and I'm by myself. So I ain't on nobody's time. I'm just going all the way through it and having my own experience, and I was loving that. And so then the driver and Nazri, they kept saying, our driver Nazri and the guy that had dropped me off, they were like, well, they're going to be at such and such place at 11 o'clock. Why don't we just take you there? And then I was like, I don't want to sit over there and wait for them for an hour. Like, I can be in here doing this. So I had the address, and so I confirmed that was the right address. And so I did what I wanted to do for an hour, and then like 5 minutes before 11, I got a taxi. It was all kind of taxis over there lined up, and at that time I had a couple of dollars. But again, I thought I was going to be able to use a credit card. And he told me the price, and I'm handing him a credit card. He was like, we don't take credit cards. What? I traveled all over this globe. The taxis don't take credit cards. He was like, no, you don't have no cash. And I was like, well, I got $15 American dollars. I can give you that, which wasn't enough. But he also could have been hustling, because you ain't took me nowhere but a mile away. But anyway, that's why they want to take cash. They can just tell you anything. But anyways, so he took me where the group was, and that was cool. I had never seen that Friends of Zion before, and that was a cool experience. And it reminds me of the Hebrew Bible exhibit that we have at Museum of the Bible. So they probably used the same people that put that together. So that was cool. That was something cool to do with the group, blah, blah, blah. And that was really the last official thing on the tour. And then I went to City of David, went back over to where I had came from. And there was one guy, other people wanted to come, but they also wanted to go shopping. I wasn't going shopping. And there was a guy who wanted to come, and he kept talking to me about what other people wanted to do. Now, those people who are watching this who know me, I was already decided, like, they can go shopping, it's cool. Like, I'm going to City of David. No lie, he said this to me maybe 5 different times. He was like, well, they're sitting there doing this and that. I'm going to the City of David. And the thing is I'm going anyway. So that's whether we go together or I go by myself. I'm going over there. And I said, but I'm struggling a little bit because of the cash situation. These taxis seem to only want to take cash. So he was like, oh, I got cash. That's not a problem. So, okay, cool. But by that time, one of the girls had already told me about the app. I'm thinking you can use the app. It's like Uber, bam, bam, bam. People going to be coming right away. But they don't pick up because they don't want to accept rides that are not going to pay cash. Isn't that crazy? So you could get all of these, the ride, you know how Uber does, it says finding your ride. So it says there are 244, at first it was 241 people in your area. Nobody picked up because you can use you can use your credit card if you use the app. They don't want to deal with that. So they just probably gaffling. They now paying taxes and all that. So, but anyway, the guy was like, well, I don't worry about it. I got cash, I can pay for us to get over there. And so we did. We went to the city of David, where I've been before, but I never did this, just the full experience of it. We ended up being over there 3 hours. I loved every second of it. Seeing the ruins of what we know was David's palace, and just everything that was around there, the housing, part of Nehemiah's wall, and all of this. The steps that the pilgrimages, the people that were going to be going to the temple, that our Secretary of State Marco Rubio, like the day before, 2 days before, had cut the ribbon on. Now, we walked down them steps the last time we was here, but I guess they like really reopening them to the public or something. Maybe it's been closed off. I don't know. I was like, what if we had been here when the Secretary of State was here? That would have been something else. So, and of course, you weren't supposed to be going up the steps, and the sign said, do not, because it's not officially open yet, but it also wasn't blocked off. So I went up the steps and took pictures and video. And when last time I was here, you couldn't walk all the way down to the Pool of Shalom, because they're fully excavating. They're excavating the full pool. This is absolutely incredible stuff, y'all. And we were able to walk all the way down to it, walk down those ancient steps and see the people doing the work, digging out. Incredible. And then you just keep on following around, seeing a lot of different things. And then if you're going to go through the Hezekiah's tunnel, then you go that particular way and you start going through the tunnel. It was a little bit more challenging for me this time, I think, because I had a bag on my arm. Last time, with the group, you was able to leave your bags with the people that didn't want to do it. But because I was, doing it by myself and with old boy, and he was larger, and the tunnel is thin, so he was really having a hard time. And then I was struggling too because I had a bag on my shoulder, and it's very narrow, and it's different heights, and I didn't realize how low I had to bend down at certain points, and some of it you had to walk for a good while, bent over. And we had one guy on our tour who was like 6'4", 6'5". So had he gone on in there, he would have struggled. It was hardly no areas in there that would have accommodated his height. So he'd have had to walk for that whole 30 minutes, 40 minutes, humped over. And that's kind of a struggle. So then after we finished that, I was like, okay, now we got to figure out how we're going to get back to the hotel. And so we asked the guy at the end. He was like, well, we kind of got a shuttle, literally. Like, well, we kind of got a shuttle. We can have the shuttle, take you back up to the main area, and you can see if you can get a taxi or whatever. He said, don't not really be coming back here, but you can step out there and see if, maybe you'll see one. So we step out there. It's this man out there. The guy that was with me, he started talking to the guy, and the guy was like, they just chitting and chatting, and then I was just broken in. I was like, look, taxi situation, blah blah blah, right? And then the guy was like, oh, y'all need a ride? We got a car. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's 2 times in one day that the Lord sent me earth angels. And he was like, where y'all going? We going to the Grand Court Hotel. Okay, cool. He was like, well, he got to take so-and-so such and such a place, but he'll drop him off, and then he'll take y'all where y'all going. Okay, cool. And we ain't, wherever y'all got to go, we'll ride and look out the window and then take us where we got to go. That's what we did. It was all good. And then he charged us $35. Gaming. But I didn't pay it. The guy that was with me paid it, thank God. And so look at this, the army done changed. Our army is all the way down her back like that. The female United States right now, because the Department of SecDef said no more than 6 inches past the top of your collar. And I've been seeing the U.S. soldiers, because it's been a few years that they could wear their ponytail down like that. We used to have to wear a bun or something like that or whatever. So then, the liberals came in and, and pushed all this hair stuff, and now they've been wearing these ponytails down their back. They look a mess. But we've been doing it too. But the word came out the other day. You finna stop this mess. And I'm glad about it. But I ain't in it no more. So, but I have to see them every day. And I be like, I can't say nothing, but I'm like, y'all don't even wear y'all hair like this in real life. Why would you wear it like this in your uniform? Right? Put a bun in and stop it. But anyway. So the guy got us on back here, honey, and that was that. And this hotel where we at, I stayed at this hotel the very first time that I came to Jerusalem. And I met the chef, and he still works here. And my extra day, he booked it for me, and so that I could pay, I guess, the employee discount or something. And they serve fancy breakfast and dinner and stuff here. And once I checked out from the group, then it's like, well, dang, do I have dinner for the next 2 nights or whatever? And it's like, well, no, you got to pay $50 a night for the dinner. So that's another $100. I was like, let me send this man a WhatsApp. It's like, before I pay this money, chef. I'm here for the next couple nights. He was like, you're going to eat. Don't worry about dinner. Don't pay for it. Bad. Thank you, sir. So I'm just basically I ate breakfast, and I ate a really big breakfast. And even though it's like 5 o'clock in the evening now, I feel stuffed. So I'm waiting, because dinner is going to start at 6. I'll probably go down there. Maybe I'll go down at 7. Hopefully I don't feel stuffed. The first couple days, for reasons unbeknownst to me, this has never happened to me here, but the first couple days in Galilee, something that they was cooking the food in wasn't doing the right thing with my stomach. So I was emptying out the first couple of nights. And then after that, I haven't been emptying nothing. So I'm feeling fat and stuffed and full and all of that. And so I don't feel hungry, but I have to eat, because I ate breakfast at like 9 o'clock this morning, or 8:30 or something. It's 5 o'clock. I don't feel hungry. So hopefully I'll start feeling like I want to eat, because I don't want to go to bed hungry. If I, like later on start feeling like. Anyway, I'm wrapping up. And whoever listens to this, because I'm going to post this on my YouTube too. And I'm going to post it on my Facebook, because people probably be wondering, like, what's going on? So, Thursday Thunder, since it's not a Wednesday waffle. Hey. I guess I have to post it on my YouTube first, because Facebook not going to allow no video this long to be posted, is it? It would, but my phone will take 12 years to do it. So, it's been great talking to myself. So that I'm not talking to myself, if you have watched the whole thing, say something back, comment, give some feedback. And if you're watching it on YouTube, I guess you are. I guess since I haven't posted to YouTube, you will be watching it on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because although I didn't intend to do a Jerusalem or Israel series on my YouTube channel, I was doing video, and that's not my standard flow. It's not to do videos. And I'm trying to do more videos, but I don't know how to edit anything. And I was just getting video to post on my post on Facebook because I always just take about 500 or 600 pictures here and post those. And I was like, well, this time I can just get video and do some explanations. Everything is off the cuff, so it's no formal explaining. It's just kind of off the cuff. But I am gonna have to sit down and I got some sort of weird balloon. I think somebody having a party here, but that look crazy as I don't know what. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Let me see. What is that? People blocking it now. Jeez Louise. They keep saying tourism down, but is it? Lady, get out the way. And there you go. What is that? Ugh. Anyway. So the videos they were just to go up on Facebook originally. It's just part of the normal stuff you post from a trip. And then halfway through the trip, I was like, oh, I can put them on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. So that'll be where I post them. And then I'll post the links to the Facebook. That's what I'll do. But it's all off the cuff. It's all just in real time, you know. But what I was saying is I'll have to look at each video so that I can provide some legitimate context and not just my dialogue, which is just kind of loosey-goosey and wrong in some cases. I said that, and I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't think of the correct word. I was calling King David's best friend Joseph. His name Jonathan. The whole video, I'm Joseph. And I'm like, this don't sound right. But I couldn't think of what was right. And then, I don't know if it came to me or if I looked it up, but eventually I realized, girl, you said Joseph the whole video. That man's name was Jonathan. In English, it was Jonathan. I don't know what it was in Hebrew. But they done gave him Jonathan for the English translations of the Bible. Who knows what his name was? That's something I might look that up too and find out what his name was in Hebrew. These Hebrew people that spoke Hebrew. So anyway, those videos are going to be going up. It's a zillion of them. Some of them are a couple of minutes. Some of them are 20 minutes. A couple might be 30 minutes. The longest one might be the City of David ones because I just told y'all I was in there for 3 hours. It was amazing. So that's one of the things I was going to do today. Can you imagine? I'd have been sick and devastated if I'd have came out here and not been able to get a taxi to go over there. I mean, I'd have been sick. But now I know for tomorrow what to do. And so the guy that brought us home yesterday, he was like, if you want to go somewhere, just give me a call. I don't know why I didn't contact him. I should contact him originally. And I was thinking about contacting him, but I thought, nah, the app would be cool. But now I'm going to contact him this evening and say, hey, blah, blah, whoopty bam, and can you scoop me? And because I got a number of places to go. You know what I'm saying? And how much you going to charge me? Because he'll take me to an ATM and get the rest of the money. Because can you just stay with me? Because can you just take me where I need to go? I'm sending him a WhatsApp as soon as I get myself settled upstairs. Sir, what's your plans for tomorrow? Early. Well, he's Christian, so he might not be doing Shabbat. But if they're Jewish, ethnic Jews, they still culturally practice the things. So he might be practicing anyway. But I want to get up and do my stuff early anyway. Because they shut down, I think, at 6 p.m. And some people ain't open at all. I fly out tomorrow. But I got to check out of my hotel in the morning. So I'm going to so where I want to go, I want to visit the gravesite of Pastor Derek Prince. If you haven't seen his videos or know who he is, go to YouTube, put Derek Prince in, watch his videos if you're a believer. If you're not a believer, you need to watch his videos too, and you get some Jesus and you're going to become a believer. He's an incredible teacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. So his videos are on YouTube, and he's British, but he lived in America for some decades, and then he's also lived here, and he wanted to be buried here, so he's buried here. I think his wife is buried here too. Both his wives might be buried here, Lydia and Ruth. I know those wives' names because I probably watched every video of his on YouTube. And then Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth II's husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, his mother, Princess Alice, is also buried here. And I think that I've seen her gravesite before, but I wasn't paying attention. I probably didn't know who Princess Alice was at the time that I saw it. But I saw it online, and I'm like, I think I saw that. I think I got pictures of that already, but I want to go consciously see it. And so that church is only open in the morning, so it's going to be a tough thing, because the other church where Derek Prince is buried, they're open, I think, for a chunk of the day. But I wrote to the guy, he out of town, but he was like, we're doing prayer. They're doing prayer over there at 10 o'clock. I can have them let you in, and they can tell you where the site is. I'll bet. Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm coming to do prayer with y'all. I hope somebody speak English. But even if y'all don't, speak in the original language of the Bible, and it's going to be the same, and I'm going to feel it and stand in agreement. So bet I'm going to go to the prayer in the morning and then see that site, and then have them take me over to Princess Alice's site. And then I had a third thing. Oh, I just wanted to stop. I already been over by our embassy, but since I did bump into our U.S. ambassador to Israel, I just want to go over there to the embassy again and just get a picture outside of our seal that says, U.S. Embassy, because it's a very big deal that the United States declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel, which has been for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, despite those who want to ignore that because they don't believe the Bible. And so it's a big deal that we did that. And so I just want to go over there while I'm here this time and get a picture outside of our U.S. Embassy. And then that's all of the main stuff that I want to do. But if the Zedekiah's Cave was open tomorrow, I would do that. It's other things that I could do, but I read up on them, and they're all in Palestinian territory. So I would specifically have to have an Arab taxi driver. And the thing is, going into the Palestinian territories is that you could go over there, but what if something go on and they just decide to close the border down, and then you over there stuck? No, we're not getting stuck. So we didn't even go to Bethlehem this time because they closed the borders abruptly. They could close the borders abruptly, and you don't want to be stuck over there because, it could open back up in 5 minutes, or it could open back up in 5 days. Like, there's a way to get out of there if you know the way and all of that. But I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to do all that. So those other places is OUT. Not all of them, but the ones that I saw that I would want to go to. So I'll just come back here to the hotel, cop a squat in the lobby, maybe go to the pool if they let me. And I'll be like, man, you checked out. But I was here for a week and I didn't ever use the pool. Can you make a concession? I'm gonna ask, because I could go get in the pool for a little bit, I don't swim, but it's hot outside. Y'all got water, and I can just go play around because I don't have nothing to do, because I'm not getting picked up to 7 and my flight is until 11:30. So why not go put my feet in the water? So if they let me do that, and I'm definitely going to ask I'll go do that. Because I got to change it to my airport clothes anyway. And if I can't do that, then I'll just chill in the lobby. Maybe I get a head start on uploading some of these YouTube videos because it's a lot. So I hope y'all enjoyed this Thursday Thunder that we wrapped up like 5 times. We wrapped up and then we just didn't wrap up. Y'all know how that goes. So much love to everybody. God bless all of you. And I hope that y'all like these videos and that y'all will come to Israel with me next time. Okay? It was 22 of us on this trip, but it wasn't my private trip. It was just a trip, this tour company, this Christian tour companies, they run tour groups over here all the time, and I just hopped on one of their tour groups because even though it was coming at the same time that I was gonna be coming with my private group, but people, I don't know, y'all didn't want to come, y'all scared, y'all disagree with Israel, whatever it is. So I was like, well, I'm going. I ain't not going. Why I'm not going? I'm still going. I mean, what it got to do with me? So I've been over here, 10 days? 10 days or so, thereabouts. It seemed like I've been here 6 years. Usually stuff go by fast, but I feel like I've been here for a very long time. So I'll be back on U.S. soil. And then, guess what? I bought the meet and greet package for Maxwell on Saturday. So I'm getting off the plane and changing to my Maxwell outfit and gonna go meet one of my old boos in my head. One of my old boos. And I'm not exhausted. So at first I thought I was gonna be like dragging and all of that. And probably next week when it's time to go to work, I'll be like, I can't make it. But anyways, excited about meeting Maxwell Saturday. Yay! No, for real now. I'll see y'all later. For real this time. It's been an hour outside just on these people's steps, just talking to myself. Sorta. Say something back to me so then I wasn't really talking to myself. All right, much love, peace, love, and hey, Greece.